Good morning. Dear shareholders, welcome to the 62nd Annual General Meeting of TRF Limited. This meeting is being conducted over audiovisual means. My name is Prasoon Banerjee and I am the Company Secretary and Compliance Officer of the company. I would like to take you through certain details relating to your participation at this meeting. The facility of joining the AGM through audiovisual means is being made available for members on first come, first served basis. All members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute mode by the host to avoid any disturbance arising from background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. Once we commence the Q&A session, Chairperson will sequentially announce the name of shareholders who have conveyed their desire to speak at this meeting. Upon being called, the host will give appropriate access to the concerned shareholders to speak. Before you commence speaking, please be mindful of the following. Use the earphones so that the narrative is clearly audible to all participants. Remember to minimize noise in the background. Ensure that you have a strong Wi-Fi connection and the same is not connected to any other device. Ensure that no other background application are running on the device that you are connected from. And remember to switch on video and ensure that you have adequate background lighting at your place. If you are unable to join through video for any reason, request you to speak through the audio means. The speaker shareholder has a connectivity problem, we'll call the next speaker to join. Once the connectivity improves, the speaker shareholder may again be called to speak after all registered shareholders have spoken. We request speaker shareholders to please limit their speech to 3 minutes. During the course of AGM, shareholders facing technical issues may kindly contact the helpline number provided in the notice of the AGM. Further, as you are aware, Companies Act 2013 and SEBI listing regulation provide for electronic voting. Accordingly, the company provided to its members the facility to cast their vote through the remote electronic voting system administered by NSDL. The facility for voting at the meeting is being made available for those members who have not cast their vote through the remote electronic voting system and are participating in this meeting. This remote electronic voting system will be made available during the meeting once announced by the chairperson. Members who have not yet cast their vote and wish to do so may please visit NSDLC voting website and cast their vote while continuing to watch the proceedings of this meeting. Mr. P.K. Singh and Associates, practicing company secretaries, has been appointed as scrutinizer to scrutinize the vote cast at the meeting and through remote e-voting. Since the AGM is being held through the audiovisual means and the resolutions forming part of the notice convening this meeting have been already put to vote through the remote e-voting, the practice of proposing and seconding of resolution is not required and will not be followed. Thank you. I will now request Chairperson to commence the meeting.
Thank you, Prasoon. Good morning, shareholders. I hope you and your family members are safe and in good health. I welcome you all to the 62nd Annual General Meeting of the company. As the requisite forum is present, I call the meeting to order. I now call on the directors who are on the VC to introduce themselves. I request Ms. Ramya Hariharan to introduce herself.
Good morning, shareholders. I'm Ramya Hariharan, Independent Director of the company. I'm participating at the 62nd Annual General Meeting through video conference from Kolkata. I'm also the Chairperson of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and member of the Audit Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramya. I request Mr. Krishnava Dutt to introduce himself.
Good morning, shareholders. My name is Krishnava Dutt. I am the Independent Director of the company and attending this 62nd Annual General Meeting from Mumbai. I am also the Chairperson and member of the Audit Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Krishnava. Dr. Pingali Venugopal.
Morning, shareholders. I am Pingali Venugopal, Independent Director of the company. I am participating in the 62nd Annual General Meeting through video conferencing from Sydney. I am also the Chairperson of Stakeholders Relationship Committee and member of the Audit Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Venugopal. Dr. Saugata Rai.
Good morning, shareholders. I'm Shogat Ray, Independent Director of the company. I'm participating at the 62nd Annual General Meeting through video conference from Hyderabad. I'm also the member of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and Stakeholders Relationship Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ray. Mr. Akshay Kullai.
Good morning, shareholders. I am Akshay Kullar, Non-Executive Director of the company. I'm participating through video conferencing from Jamshedpur. I'm also a member of the Stakeholder Relationship Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kullar. Mr. Sandeep Bhattacharya.
Mr. Bhattacharya will join us shortly.
Sure. Thank you. Now I would request the CFO of the company to introduce himself.
Yeah, good morning, shareholders. I am Anand Chand, Chief Financial Officer of the company. I am participating at this 62nd Annual General Meeting through video conference from Kolkata. Thank you.
Thank you, Anu. With me present here are Mr. Umesh Kumar Singh, the Managing Director, and Mr. Prasoon Banerjee, the Company Secretary. Thank you. Dr. Anshuman Das completed his term as Independent Director in April 2025. Many of you would have seen him in the previous meetings as well. I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Das for his contributions to the board. I also take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Pingali Venugopal, Dr. Ray, Mr. Khullar, and Mr. Bhattacharya on the board of the company. They have all joined us this year, and it's a great pleasure to have them here as well. I would now like to welcome the company's union representatives to the AGM. We value their contribution in maintaining industrial harmony at TRF establishments and thank them for their support. Today we have with us Mr. Rakeshwar Pandey, President, Tata Robin Fraser Labour Union, and Mr. Anjani Kumar, General Secretary, Tata Robin Fraser Labour Union. Ms. Sonika Berman, representative of PwC, Chartered Accountants LLP, statutory auditor of the company. Mr. Rupak Kumar, representing Showman Banerjee, cost auditor of the company. And Mr. Debabrat Dutt, representing D. Dutt and Company, secretarial auditor of the company, are also attending this meeting. This AGM is being held through audiovisual means. This format is in compliance with the directions of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Government of India, as well as the Securities and Exchange Board of India. A live streaming of this meeting is also being made available through the website of NSDL. The company has taken the requisite steps to enable shareholders to participate and vote on the items being considered in the AGM. The company has received 2 letters along with board resolutions from corporate shareholders appointing and authorizing representatives under Section 113 of the Companies Act 2013 in respect of 37,55,255 equity shares, representing 34.12% of the total voting capital of the company. Since the physical attendance of shareholders is dispensed with, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. The registers as required under the Companies Act 2013 and other documents as mentioned in the notice convening this meeting are open for inspection in electronic mode. Should you wish to inspect, please write to the company secretary at the email address mentioned in the notice convening this meeting. Shareholders who have not cast their vote earlier through the remote e-voting can do so during the course of the meeting through the remote e-voting facility. Before we proceed, I would like to take a moment to share some thoughts on the current economic scenario, reflecting on our company's recent performance and outline our outlook for the future. The global economy is expected to grow at a rate of 3.3% in FY 2025, creating a supportive environment for industrial recovery. This resurgence is fueled by increased infrastructure investments, higher demand for raw materials, and a strong global shift towards green energy. India's economic outlook remains particularly strong with a forecast growth of 6.5%. This robust performance is driven by sustained progress in manufacturing, large-scale infrastructure modernization, and a continued focus on export-led production. With the economic forecast looking positive, the material handling equipment market globally is positioned for sustained growth through 2025, driven by factors like increased automation, rising demand from emerging economies, and a growing emphasis on sustainability. The sector is projected to grow around $47 billion in 2025, with India expected to contribute around 7% of this growth. These trends are set to boost demand for efficient and sustainable bulk material handling systems. While the sector continues to face challenges such as high capital investment requirements, skilled labor shortages, and infrastructure constraints, the overall outlook remains promising. TRF is well positioned to seize emerging opportunities, particularly through deeper collaboration with Tata Steel and Tata Group companies. Furthermore, our continued expansion into plant maintenance, spare supplies, and related services is creating avenues for recurring revenue while deepening long-term client relationships. These strategic initiatives reinforce our role as a key enabler of industrial transformation. In a year shaped by global economic uncertainty, supply chain disruptions, and commodity market volatility, TRF demonstrated resilience and operational discipline. Past challenges from unfavorable contracts resulted in strained cash flows, liquidity challenges, cost overruns, and increased debt. In response, TRF has shifted its focus towards deeper engagement with Tata Steel and Tata Group companies, enabling participation in their growth initiatives. This strategic pivot improved cash flows, reduced debt, and strengthened our liquidity. Additionally, prudent inventory management, improved collections, and optimized working capital supported stability and positive outcomes. On a standalone basis, the total income of your company during FY25 was around 135 crores, and the profit before tax was nearly 28 crores. However, this includes a one-time recurring profit of 5 crores. Excluding this, the underlying profit is around 23 crores. On a consolidated basis, the total income of your company during the year was nearly 139 crores, and the profit before tax was around 31 crores. However, this includes a one-time non-recurring profit of around 6 crores. Excluding this, the underlying profit is around 25 crores. The company collected 231 crores through debtor liquidation and reduced material inventory held up for long by over 20% during the year. Safety remains a core priority with 0 fatalities and only 1 lost time injury reported during the year. On the operational front, TRF successfully manufactured over 59,000 idlers, totaling 997 metric tons for Tata Steel Limited, and delivered a side-arm charger to their Haldia Metcoke division. Demonstrating resilience and commitment, TRF also achieved the successful closure of 4 major projects, 1 each for Vizag Steel and NTPC, and 2 for BHEL. Looking ahead, TRF remains committed to enhancing agility, operational excellence, and stakeholder value. We will deepen strategic alignments within the Tata Group's growth agenda to ensure optimal asset utilization and sustained revenue generation. These synergies will help TRF to play an active role in the group's expansion initiatives while unlocking growth potential across the manufacturing, infrastructure, and raw material sectors. Additionally, we will continue to evaluate all contracts meticulously to minimize unfavorable terms and associated risks. Our priorities will include continued focus on safety, precision manufacturing, efficient project execution, and financial discipline. We also aim to expand our maintenance service capabilities, strengthen our customer engagement, and foster innovation across all operations. With a dedicated workforce and a well-defined strategic roadmap, TRF is strongly positioned to achieve sustainable growth and create long-term value for all shareholders. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I extend our sincere appreciation to the shareholders, business partners, and all stakeholders for their continued trust and unwavering support. I also wish to acknowledge the TRF Union, its leadership, and all our employees for their dedicated efforts in strengthening the company's performance. We are deeply grateful for your confidence in the board and the management, and we look forward to your continued support as we move ahead on our path of sustainable growth. Thank you. Since the notice is already circulated to all the shareholders, I take the notice convening this meeting as read. Since there are no observations, qualifications, adverse remarks, or comments by the statutory auditors in their report on the financial statements for the year ended March 31st, 2025, or matters which have taken any adverse effect on the functioning of the company, the auditor's report is taken as read. I now request Mr. Umesh Kumar Singh, Managing Director, to make a presentation on the operational and financial performance of the company.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning, shareholders. We begin with the safe harbor statement. Next, please. The TRS journey, which is the past and FY25 and beyond. In the past, we were an EPC turnkey project of bulk metal handling systems for steel, power, cement, fertilizer, mining, port and yard industries, etc. Supplier of bulk metal handling equipment and spares. However, the present FY25 and onwards, we would be engaging with Tata Steel as valued partners in its growth program, OEM supplier of wide range of bulk metal handling equipment and spares to Tata Steel and Tata Group companies, and completion of the ongoing legacy projects, legacy external projects. These have resulted in benefits such as long-term strategic partnership with Tata Steel ensures consistent demand, cash flow, and profitability. Workload between capital expansion and maintenance and spares business with Tata Steel, utilization of assets, and decoupling of demand and risks of external business faced by TRS in the past. Next, please. Safety is not just a priority, it's a timeless value rooted in a legacy of trust, responsibility, and care for every life we touch. And we do this through safety audits, mock drills periodically, toolbox and mass meetings, work permit system, statutory compliance, contractor safety management system comprehensive training. And these initiatives have, I'm happy to report, have led us to a result of 0 fatality in FY25 and 1 LTI in FY25. Next, please. On the key operational performance highlights, we have done a works manufacturing of 2,386 metric ton, an idler production of 997 metric ton, which is around 59,000 numbers of idlers. We have been able to close 4 external projects, which are basically from Vizag, NTPC at Bar, and BHEL projects of Vanagbori and Bhadradri, and litigation closure of cases having potential cash outflow of 16 crores. Next, please. On the performance highlights, we have a revenue of 135 crores in FY25 and a EBITDA of 44 crores. A profit after tax of 28 crores and a retained earning of a negative 517 crores. The company is unable to pay dividend since there is a negative retained earnings, which is because of the carried forward losses from previous years. Next, please. Some of the key equipments which have been supplied to Tata Steel in the year FY25 is a glass kiln for Tata Steel Jamshedpur, tray for the quenching car, Tata Steel Haldia, assembly for quenching car, which is Tata Steel Haldia, vibrator assembly for Tata Steel Jamshedpur, frame for Tata Steel Mira Mandali, and a sidearm charger for Tata Steel Haldia. Next, please. On the employee volunteerism efforts, which is serving the community, we had the Navjeevan voluntary blood donation camp. We had an eye checkup camp, food basket for 20 TB patients for 6 months. Akshar, which is a TRF Ladies Association initiative, imparts education to underprivileged children on the sustainability, say no to plastic, and a tree plantation drive on the World Environment Day. Next, please. Thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you, Umesh. I will now call upon the shareholders who have registered to speak. The first speaker is Mr. Santosh Kumar Saraf.
नमस्कार।
Namaskar.
माननीय अध्यक्षा जी, उपस्थित निदेशक मंडल के सदस्यगण, अधिकारिक और कर्मचारीगण, मैं संतोष कुमार सराफ कलकत्ता से आप सभी को राम राम कहता हूँ। आशा करता हूँ आप लोग इसमें अच्छे स्वास्थ्य में होंगे। सर मैं उन सभी कर्मचारी भाई बहनों का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जिनकी कड़ी मेहनत का फल है हमारी कंपनी इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट दे रही है। साथ में उनकी फैमिली का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जो सदा उनके बैकबोन के रूप में खड़ी रहती है, जिससे पूर्ण क्षमता से वो हमारी कंपनी में अपना योगदान देते हैं। सर मैं सेक्रेटरी उनकी टीम का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ जो सदा टच में रहते हैं। अभी भी 2 मिनट पहले अनुराधा जी का 3 बार फोन आ गया कि आप स्पीकर नंबर 1 है। तो इस तरह की सर्विस आप लोग के टाटा ग्रुप की देते हुए मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है सर। है आशा करता हूँ भविष्य में इसी तरह की सर्विस मिलती रहेगी सर। सर मेरे कुछ प्रश्न तो मैंने एडवांस में भेज दिए थे तो उनको ज्यादा नहीं दोहराऊंगा, सिर्फ ये जानना चाहूंगा जो सबसे मेरा प्रश्न मेरे मन में है वो है हमने डीमर्जर के लिए मर्जर के लिए आगे बढ़े थे तो क्या कारण हो गए? अगर आप थोड़ा विस्तार से बताएंगे तो हमारे मन में शंका जो भी है दूर हो जाएगी। क्यों नहीं मर्जर हुआ या कोई टेक्निकल कारण है तो बताइएगा, बताने लायक हो तो बताइएगा। और फिर कल ना कोई ऐसा बात हो कि फ्यूचर में कोई हो सकता है तो उसके बारे में बताइएगा। एक हमारी कंपनी का कैपेक्स प्लान है ये बताइएगा। दूसरा हमें ग्रोथ तो करनी है तो क्या तो कैपेक्स के एक्सपेंशन होगा या हम कोई आज का एनसीएलटी में बहुत ही कंपनी आ रही है तो क्या हम कोई ऐसी कोई कंपनी को टेक ओवर कर ले एनसीएलटी से जिससे हमारे विस्तार हो बिजनेस के अंदर में, इसके बारे में बताइएगा। एक सर मैडम हमारी कंपनी की ईएसजी रेटिंग क्या है, उसका स्कोर क्या है? आजकल कई कंपनियां मैंने देखी है, विशेषकर एक ग्रुप ने तो जो अपनी ESG की जो रेटिंग होती है अच्छी, उसको यूटिलाइज करते हैं डेप्ट के अंदर में। उसको डेप्ट बोर्ड इशू या ग्रीन बोर्ड जो भी आप लोग कहते हो, उसको इशू करते हैं और उससे पैसा उठाते हैं। जैसे अभी 510 करोड़ रुपया हमारे L&T ने उठाया था, है कि नहीं है? और उसको हम फ्यूचर में लिस्टेड भी करवा लेते हैं NSE में, जिससे हमारी ESG की वैल्यूएशन भी, और इसमें हम समझते हैं ESG की रेटिंग अच्छी होगी, कंपनी की गुडविल भी ज्यादा अच्छी रहती है। दूसरा, आपने कार्बन इमिशन के लिए क्या कदम उठाया है? कब तक हम लास्ट ईयर कितना रिड्यूस किए, तो जीरो टारगेट हमारा कब तक कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, ये बताइएगा। क्या हमने जो हमारी फैक्ट्री है, जो हमारी ऑफिस है, वहां पर रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी सोर्स के लिए विंड पावर या सोलर आदि की व्यवस्था की है, तो उसके बारे में जरूर बताइएगा। ज्यादा कुछ नहीं पूछने के लिए, तो बहुत बैलेंस में काफी कुछ कहा है, लेकिन मैं मैडम आपकी लीडरशिप में चाहूंगा कि वुमेन को ज्यादा इम्पावर किया जाए। क्यों? हमारी पहले के जमाने में तो हम उतना ही फीमेल को ध्यान नहीं देते थे। आज हमारे लिए मोदी जी के जमाने में फीमेल देखिए मिलिट्री में भी टॉप में है। जब 26 जनवरी की ये निकलती है पैरेड, उसमें भी फीमेल को लीड करने के लिए दिया जाता है, जिसके प्रति उनके स्वाभिमान को आगे बढ़े। ऐसा आपकी लीडरशिप में मौका दीजिए। हो सकता है कि आपको लगता हो कि फैक्ट्री में काम नहीं कर सकती, हो सकता है आपको लगता है कि वर्कर के हिसाब से उन काम नहीं, लेकिन आप मौका दीजिए। उनके लायक हो सकता है कि 100 किलो वजन नहीं उठा सके, 60 किलो वजन का काम कर सके, तो उनको उसी हिसाब से काम कीजिए और ज्यादा ऊपर। क्योंकि मैं समझता हूँ मैडम कि फीमेल को अगर इम्पावरमेंट करते हैं तो पूरा समाज इम्पावरमेंट होता है और देश भी इम्पावरमेंट होता है। ऐसा आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है, इसका जरूर ध्यान दीजिएगा। एक बार फिर आप सभी को फाइनेंस ईयर 25-26 की शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ फाइनेंशियल 25-26 हमारे जितने भी डायरेक्टर हैं, जितने भी हमारे एसोसिएट और जितने भी कर्मचारी, उनकी फैमिली के लिए हेल्दी वेल्दी प्रॉस्पेरिटी के साथ व्यतीत होगा और खुशियां लेके आएगा। और मैं आप सभी को आने वाले त्योहार की, जो अपने भी त्योहार है या जो हमारे नेशनल त्योहार, उनकी भी शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूँ ये त्योहार आपकी जिंदगी में खुशियां लेके आए, स्मृति लेके आए। मैं मॉडरेटर का भी आभार प्रकट करता हूँ, उनकी भी काफी। एक बार फिर आप सभी का आभार प्रकट करते हुए भगवान से प्रार्थना करते हुए अपना वक्तव्य समाप्त हूँ। जय हिंद, जय भारत, राम राम।
I'll now request the next speaker, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello. Good morning, respected Chairperson, Board of Directors, fellow shareholders. My name is Manoj Kumar Gupta. I've joined this meeting from my residence, City of Joy, Kolkata. I feel proud to be a shareholder of TRF. I thanks to you and your team for the excellent result of the company, and I thanks to the MD for his nice presentation before question and answer session. And thanks to our company secretary and his entire team to help us to join this meeting through VC. We have got 7 calls, even that from Bombay also, Tata Steel Department, share department, to join this meeting. Such type of people should be there in the corporate house to help the small shareholders at every time. And first of all, I start my speech to pay my tribute to Padma Bhushan Sri Ratan Tata. You have not paid tribute in your opening remarks that we have lost a great icon man of the country last year on 9th October. He was a visionary and he was a uncommon man in the world who has given a lead the group for 20 years and to take over, acquire in abroad and India several companies. So, and he always stand behind the investors and come forward to help the pupils in every aspect. We can't forget his contribution during the epidemic COVID-19 to help the pupils without any caste, creed and color. So वो चले गए, बट वो अपनी यादें बहुत कुछ छोड़ के गए। तो उनके लिए एक बात याद आती है, जब कबीर दास जी ने कहा था, कबीरा जब पैदा हुए जग हंसे हम रोए, कुछ ऐसी करनी कर चलो, हम हंसे जग रोए। तो दैट ही हैज प्रूव्ड द राइट कि वो हंसते हंसते गए और हम लोग को सबको आंखों में आंसू दे के गए, क्योंकि जब वो गए तो पूरा देश गमगीन था, क्योंकि लोग उनके जो कर्तव्य थे उनको भूल नहीं पा रहे थे। नाउ कम टू हाउ यू विल रिवार्ड टू द इन्वेस्टर्स and try to reduce the expenses, and how much your order book as on today, sir. And use the fund of balance sheet to take some companies from NCLT. I totally agree with previous speaker Santosh Saraf. There is several companies are stuck in the NCLT. So you can take over this 4 years back. The Tata Steel SF Dairy has acquired Calcutta-based Rohit Ferrotech from NCLT. So you should also take a chance to acquire a company from NCLT. And how many projects are lying in pipeline as on today? And it's my humble suggestions to you that you are mentioning JRD Tata in your video presentation, because he is the single industrialist to get the Bharat Ratna in the country. Several industries has tried, but they have not success to get. But without tried and without political backing, JRD has got the Bharat Ratna.
Mr. Gupta, we can't hear you.
And thanks to Professor Sogat Rai, he's in our board, and I've got a chance to meet him several times in Calcutta.
Mr. Gupta, your voice is not audible.
Get good return in future, in coming time under your able leadership, and thanks to company secretary and his team to help us to join this meeting through VC. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. I now request Mr. Kamal Kishore Jawar.
हेलो, मेरा आवाज आ रहा है मैडम?
हाँ, आ रहा है, बोलिए।
थैंक यू मैडम। चेयरपर्सन ऑल डायरेक्टर्स को मेरा नमस्कार। कमल किशोर फ्रॉम हैदराबाद। आपने जो चेयरमैन स्कीम में पूरा बताया, बहुत कुछ समझ में आ गया। सबसे पहले ये अपनी कंपनी टाटा ग्रुप है, तो हमारे को हमेशा कॉन्फिडेंस रहता है भाई टाटा की कंपनी में कभी भी उतार चढ़ाव भी चला तो बहुत अच्छा आगे भी रिटर्न मिलता है। तो मैं उसके ज़्यादा मैं कुछ बोलना नहीं चाहता हूँ। और सर अपना ये फर्स्ट क्वार्टर कैसा रहेगा? लास्ट ईयर तो अपने को ये कंपनी ने डिविडेंड नहीं था, पर ये साल कैसा रहेगा 2025-2026? तो उसके बारे में बताएंगे। और रेन्यू कितना हो सकता है? अगर अच्छा डिविडेंड आया, अच्छा प्रॉफिट आया तो शेयर होल्डर को डिविडेंड दीजिए चेयरपर्सन, और हमारे एमडी मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर उमेश कुमार जी। और मैं ज़्यादा कुछ बोलना नहीं चाहता हूँ। और अपना एवरी ईयर इसी तरह वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस रखे मैडम, जैसा आपके आज डायरेक्टर कोई हैदराबाद में भी है, कोई कलकत्ता में CFO, तो उसमें बेनिफिट है। कहीं भी इन्वेस्टर डायरेक्टर अब्रॉड में कहीं भी रहे तो मीटिंग की सुविधा अच्छा है, वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस रखिए। और आते तो फेस्टिवल, ऑल फेस्टिवल की शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ। और आपका सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी पद्मू बनर्जी और उनके असिस्टेंट कमला मैडम और अनुराधा मैडम, क्या सर्विस है मैडम। अभी थोड़ी देर पहले फोन आया, आपका नंबर आ गया। इतना सर्विस बहुत कम देखने को मिलता है, तो मैं उनको भी बधाई देता हूँ। उनका सर्विस बहुत एक्सेलेंट है। और अपना आगे फ्यूचर में टर्नओवर कितना आएगा मैडम, उसके बारे में बताइए। और कम से कम अपना ऑल टाइम में शेयर प्राइस 1178 गया, 525616 गया, टुडे इज 382। तो कम से कम अपने को कंपनी का कुछ अच्छा इंसेंटिव में कोई कंपनी भी अगर ना अपने को सस्ते में मिले कंपनी लिए, तो मर्ज करने से अपने को बेनिफिट है कंपनी को। तो ऑलरेडी लिस्टेड कंपनी आने से मर्ज करने से कंपनी को बेनिफिट मिलेगा। आज हमको टाटा है, टाटा ग्रुप है, पूरा भरोसा है, बहुत अच्छा रहेगा। हमारे रतन जी टाटा, कम से कम मैं टाटा ग्रुप में 40 साल से ऑल कंपनी में शेयर होल्डर हूँ। कभी भी टाटा ग्रुप में कोई इन्वेस्टर को चैलेंज है, कभी धोखा नहीं हुआ। वो मार्केट का ग्लोबल मार्केट है, कभी डाउन हो गया तो परवाह नहीं, पर आगे शेयर होल्डर को रिटर्न देखे ही जाता है। थैंक यू मैडम।
Thank you, Mr. Jawar. Mr. Keshav Garg.
Madam, I hope my voice is audible.
Yes, it is. You can speak.
So, ma'am, I have already sent my list of questions, and I hope the same is in front of you. And I would request our MD to kindly answer the questions point by point, because this is the only opportunity that your shareholders get in a year to interact. So, kindly answer all the questions in detail. So firstly, what is the expectation for FY26 as well as FY27 in terms of top line, as well as profitability? What kind of margins, looking at the orders in hand, what kind of margins can the shareholders expect this year and next year? And what is the order book that we have? And out of which, how much is executable within this financial year? What is the steady state operating margin that we can expect in our line of business? Now, the annual report mentions in page number 30 that the material handling sector has been growing at a compounded annual growth rate of over 9% since FY22, whereas our revenues are flat during this period. And the same is evident if we compare our numbers with our peer, which is the material handling division of Elecon Engineering. Now, till FY21, FY22, both our company and this Elecon Engineering Material Handling Division were in tandem. Our revenues were very similar, and both companies were making losses. But now, fast forward to FY25, there is a total divergence in the performance of both these companies. Now, the profits of Elecon Engineering Material Handling Division is more than our revenues. So it seems that basically there was a time around a decade or more back when the company went berserk, did all kinds of senseless acquisitions, took all kinds of unremunerative onerous contracts, and then went into heavy losses, and the shareholders paid dearly for the same. And now we have basically gone 180 degree opposite, and we have become excessively conservative. And basically, I don't know whether it is the conservative or it is just inertia, that we are very happy with whatever business Tata Steel is giving us. And apart from that, it doesn't seem that management is interested much in pursuing business opportunities. I mean, of course, shareholders don't want the company to take unremunerative contracts and then make losses. But I mean, for all the EPC companies in the world, bad debts is a issue. So, I mean, one should only accept those orders which one thinks can basically deliver margins and profits, and the money can come back. But to say that none of such opportunities exist out of Tata Steel or even outside Tata Group is something difficult to understand. Why can't we just take orders on advance payment basis, or we can skip PSU business altogether? But since the capital good cycle is on a upcycle, so I hope the company basically becomes a little bit more aggressive and pursues remunerative business opportunities. Now, also, it seems that we are hardly into any manufacturing business. It seems it's only services, because our cost of goods is only 3% of our revenue in FY25. And it seems that our manufacturing revenues are minuscule. You please correct me if I'm wrong. And also, what percentage of Tata Steel's material handling requirements are we catering to? And also, what about the international operations of Tata Steel? Are we getting any business from that? Now, for the current financial year, what percentage of our total revenues are expected from Tata Steel? Now, also, if we have enough order, then what is the maximum revenue that we can generate if we operate at full capacity utilization? And currently, how many shifts are we running our plants at? Now, also our rental income has declined drastically from 29 crores year before to 18 crore last year. So what's the reason for the same and what's the expectation going forward? What is the rental income expected in the current financial year? Is it that we only get business from blast furnace route of steel manufacturing, or even electric arc furnace route also provides us some opportunities? What is the future of our projects division? Have we decided to wind down this segment completely? And if so, and if not, then when will this division break even? What is the status of the incomplete, unexecuted, pending onerous contracts, and how much capital guarantees and obligations are pending on account of the same? There is some item unserved long-term contracts of 61 crore versus 75 crore last year. So what are these pertaining to, and what are the losses expected on the same? Or have all the legacy losses, are they behind, or are they still left? Now, madam, also I wanted to understand that whether we will be paying MAT or we don't have to pay any tax whatsoever until this 507 crore of accumulated losses are remaining. Now, also, in your judgment, by what rate can our business grow over the next 5 years? Any broad number? And finally, coming to the non-convertible, redeemable, non-cumulative preference shares, if you could explain to your layman shareholders that what is the effective cost of these, when will the actual repayment start in the form of preference dividend, and what is the redemption date for the same? Can the redemption be made on a single shot, or can it be made in tranches? Can these instruments be converted into equity shares, or is it that the repayment will start after the accumulated losses of 517 crore are covered up? So, madam, these were few of my questions, and there are few more questions, but in order to save time, I am avoiding those. But I again request our MD to kindly give answers to all the questions. And my best hopes are, my best wishes are with you and your team. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Garg. Mr. Saurabh Kumar.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chairperson. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak at this AGM. After going through the annual report sent by the secretarial team, I have the following queries. Request if you could please respond to them. My first question is, why TRF is not able to recover its retention money quickly? And my second question is, please throw some lights on progress of major projects and their status. And third one, our company has been generating healthy cash flows, and as a result, we have reduced our debts significantly. Do we still plan to be debt free? Also, what is management debt strategy for our core business area? And the last question is, what is the vision of the management for the next 3 to 5 years, and how do you see the existing lines of business grow over the next few years? That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kumar. Mr. Sanjay Naik.
We seem to be missing Mr. Nayak.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Yashpal Chopra.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Is it Yashpal Chopra's call?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm Yashpal Chopra calling from Delhi. I'm a shareholder of the company for more than around 2 decades. And this is the first time that I'm just attending your AGM. And I have to just express myself because last evening I just received a call, and only then I opened that your annual report, and I will definitely call a spade a spade. I'm at least not at all happy with the performance of the company, because it is a Tata Group company, and Tata Group company is just showing losses. This is quite ridiculous and quite unbearable. So I would just like to find out as to what is the problem that you are not in position to execute your contract. Are you just delaying those? And then you are just taking the contracts, your terms are unfavorable and all that, you're complaining at the end of the show. That means that do you not have that clause of variable price over there? Because during the process of completion of the contract, the prices of the raw material, prices of so many components, they just go rise. And so at that time, do you have that clause over there in your agreement that you can raise the price also? So, and finally, that you have just said that you have faced some problems because of the unfavorable clauses over there. So what you have learned out of that, I just want to find out how you are going to change your strategies. So this is information which our shareholders must get appraised of that. I have seen some speakers just speaking like that without reading the annual report. They are just saying excellent performance. I don't understand how the performance is excellent, whereas there has been all-round decline in revenue, PBT, PAT, ROCE, and there has been the dividend has been skipped, and still some people say excellent. I think they just want to have their name registered as a speaker, nothing beyond that. So I have just some queries that our company having a tag of Tatas. So whenever my friends ask me for the investment and all that, I say that you see that if there is a tag of Tata with the company, you can blindly invest in that. But over here, this is the only one company in my entire portfolio of around 20 companies of Tata's, that where I'm just seeing that company is just getting us losses and losses. And on the other hand, in the name of corporate action, I have not seen any bonus, any dividend. So this is also quite pinching to me. So I would just like to have one more query, that have we made any efforts for the in the foreign market? Have we got any contact in the foreign market? So I just want to find out one thing. And on the other hand, you have got a beautiful contact from BHEL, NTPC, NMDC. Are you going to complete those contacts within time? And what is going to be the margin of profit after execution of those contacts? So I would just advise you just to go for these big companies and just go and you must think that the coming time you have to face the inflation, you have to face the circumstances, and you must keep a reasonable margin while signing your contract and all that thing. So before I wind up, I would like to thank our secretarial department for getting me a chance to speak. Actually, I was in no mood to speak, but the last evening, Anushka, she approached me, so she reminded me. Then I opened that book and just learned, and I was stunned to find out that our company, which has in the history of price for the last 12 months, the share price has fallen from 622 to just 1/3 in the range of 200 something. I just want to find out what was the good news at that time when the share price has risen to 622, and what is the bad news? It has been brought down to just 200 something. So this is because that is balance to the company, and we have to just keep a watch that whatever you do, the share market is just keeping a close eye on your operation. So if you need some guidance from these for the strategies, you see that Tata's best management people. So better just seek some advice from them. Just find out some strategies from them. There should not be any hitch because that is in the interest of the company. So before I wind up, I pray God for the positivity for the entire team. I'm of the chairperson, the last man on the organization, and I will like that positivity means the positive thought, the right thought, and so that our company proceeds on the right path with a faster pace. So this is what I wish to the company. The best of luck to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chopra. Mr. Mannu Kumar Das.
Audible, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible, Mr. Das.
Good afternoon, ma'am. I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak at this annual general meeting. I would also argue to the kind self to continue conducting the AGM through the video conference. At this allow shareholders like me the participate for any part of the country. Ma'am, I have been the query which I would like to ask this platform. My first question is, how many concerns have been received through the whistleblower and POSH by the company in the previous year? Second one, how much is being invested to protect IT system from the misuse and deliberated attacks? Third one is the company having work from home policy? If yes, how many employees are working from home currently? And last one, how much diversity and inclusion in present in TRF? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Das. Mr. Vishal Chandra.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. So, good afternoon, Chairperson. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak in this meeting. I have a few queries with respect to TRF, which I would request you to verify. So, what are we expecting the results of the June quarter to be, and how are we seeing the full year to be in terms of the performance? What has been the debt level of the company as on 31st March 2025? What has been the total RPT transaction with Tata Steel in the last financial year? And do we have any significant audit observation reported by the auditors in the last FY? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chandra. Mr. Subhashri Dev.
Audible?
Yes,
Good
you are.
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Dear Chairperson, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak at the 62nd Annual General Meeting of the company. I take this opportunity to thank all the board members and my fellow shareholders. I have received the annual report on time, and I'd like to extend my thanks to the secretarial team for helping me joining this AGM smoothly. Ma'am, I have a few questions which I'd like you to answer. My first question being, what is the current bank guarantee exposure of the company, and when will these bank guarantees be realized? Secondly, the EBITDA and the profits of the company has significantly come down in the financial year 25 compared to the previous two financial years. Can you let us know the reason for the same, and what step is the company taking to improve the EBITDA and profits in the coming year? What is the total number of permanent employees on the roll of the company as on 31st March 2025? And how much money has the company spent on their training and development during the last fiscal year? My last question is, I have noticed a slight decrease in the employee cost over the previous year in the profit and loss for financial year 25. That is by around rupee 1 crore. I would like to understand if the company has decreased its manpower or the current salary of the existing employees have been revised. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Dev. Mr. Seth Gopaldas Cholera.
You hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for giving opportunity. I think most of my questions have been asked by Keshav Garg. And the same thing I have given example of Helicon. So for what actually the hesitation from our side, why we are not accepting orders from outside when the all the Indian other material handling companies are booming, why we are so hesitant? And just wanted to know what's the current order book from TSL and others, and what's the legacy order book now? That's all. I also sent the questions, but the Keshav have asked the same question.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cholera. Mr. Bimal Kumar Agarwal.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Hello.
hear you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good morning to other shareholders who have joined from different parts of the world. As my questions were already raised by the other.
Mr. Agarwal, we cannot hear you.
Printed and what is the cost of each annual report? That's all from me. Thank you very much. Please continue the video conference always and try to arrange a plant visit if you don't mind for the shareholders who had joined today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Agarwal. Mr. Rakesh Kumar Singh.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Mr. Singh.
Yeah.
Please go ahead.
I think most of my queries have already been addressed by earlier speakers. Hence, would not like to repeat the same. However, I would like to clarify some doubts which I have in my mind. What is the order booking status in the current financial year? And what is the plan and strategy for the financial year 2025-26? And I would also like to know what is the current state of all the old projects closure. So if you can throw some light, thanks for giving me a chance to speak in this forum. Thank you.
Thank you. I will now call upon Mr. Rakeshwar Pandey, President, TRF Labor Union, to say a few words.
Is it okay now?
Mr. Pandey, yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah. Namaskar, madam.
Namaskar.
Respected Smita Saji, Ajay Khullar Saab, Sandeep Bhattacharya ji और उमेश कुमार सिंह जी, अदर बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स और शेयर होल्डर्स भाइयों, सबसे पहले मैं अपना पहला रिमार्क रखना चाहता हूं आप लोगों के सामने कि आज शेयर होल्डर्स को मैं सुन रहा था और शेयर होल्डर्स का जो टीआरएफ कंपनी के बारे में ओपिनियन है और टाटा ग्रुप के बारे में जो ओपिनियन है उसको सुनकर बड़ी खुशी हुई, अच्छा लगा कि शेयर होल्डर्स भी ऐसा ही ओपिनियन और हाई रिस्पेक्ट, हाई ओपिनियन रखते हैं टाटा ग्रुप और टीआरएफ कंपनी के बारे में, जो हम कंपनी में काम करने वाले कर्मचारी और यूनियन के लीडर्स रखते हैं। तो ये बहुत ही अच्छा लगा सुनकर के, और जो उनका भरोसा है मैनेजमेंट पर उसे भी सुनकर मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। मुझे खुशी हो रही है बात बता करके कि ये भी हमारी कंपनी पिछले साल में फाइनेंशियल ईयर में करीब लगभग 31 करोड़ का प्रॉफिट किया है। और ऑफ कोर्स ये जो हमारा प्रॉफिट हुआ है इसमें टाटा स्टील और कर्मचारियों का बहुत सहयोग है। मैनेजमेंट तो अच्छा काम कर रही है लेकिन बगैर देयर सपोर्ट ये पॉसिबल नहीं था। साथ साथ हमारा जो कंपनी टर्न अराउंड हुई है, ये हमें विश्वास है कि जो सपोर्ट हमें टाटा स्टील से, बोर्ड से और शेयर होल्डर का भी कंटिन्यूअस सपोर्ट जो अपनी कंपनी को मिल रहा है, ये टर्न अराउंड होंगे और हम लोग पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन में लगातार अब ये कंपनी अपनी टीआरएफ बढ़ती रहेगी, ये विश्वास हम दिला सकते हैं लोगों को। टीआरएफ प्रोजेक्ट टीम भी इस बार बहुत अच्छा काम की। अपने 4 ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट थे जिनको हम लोगों ने क्लोजर किया है डिफरेंट लोकेशंस में, वह भी एक बहुत अच्छा पहल हुआ है कंपनी में, और उनको भी धन्यवाद देता हूँ प्रोजेक्ट टीम को। मुझे ऐसा पूरा विश्वास है कि ये कंपनी अब लगातार आगे बढ़ती रहेगी, कंटिन्यूअस ऊपर की तरफ जाएगी, जहां टाटा स्टील का सपोर्ट लगातार मिलेगा। और एम्प्लॉय और मैनेजमेंट का जो हमारा रिलेशन है, यूनियन मैनेजमेंट का जो रिलेशन है, वो हमारी सबसे बड़ी स्ट्रेंथ है, क्योंकि डिफिकल्ट टाइम में भी ये सब हमें एक साथ होकर कंपनी के लिए काम करते हैं। हम लोग प्रोसेस पर भी काफी इस समय टीआरएफ में काम कर रहे हैं, उसको भी इम्प्रूव करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जहां जहां स्कोप है इम्प्रूवमेंट का, और टीम हमारी मैनेजमेंट टीम और यहाँ के एम्प्लॉयज मिलकर आपस में सब काम कर रहे हैं। कुछ लॉन्ग पेंडिंग इश्यूज भी थे जो हम लोगों ने रिजल्व किया है, जो डायरेक्टली जुड़े हुए थे कर्मचारियों से, और वो बहुत मैटर करता है हम लोगों के लिए, कर्मचारियों के लिए। हमारी कंपनी में सबसे अच्छा लगता है जब भी हम लोग एपेक्स सेफ्टी की मीटिंग करते हैं और मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर चेयर करते हैं, तो वहाँ पर जो सेफ्टी के ऊपर फोकस होता है, और ऑफ कोर्स टाटा पूरा ग्रुप में सेफ्टी बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। तो सेफ्टी के क्षेत्र में हम लोगों ने बहुत ही अच्छा किया है इस साल में, कि कम से कम हमारे यहाँ फैटिलिटी का कोई इस तरह की घटना नहीं घटी है, और एक्सीडेंट भी वैसा कुछ मेजर कुछ नहीं हुआ है, जस्ट एक छोटा सा LTR हुआ था, उसको भी रिपोर्ट किया गया है बकायदे। ये भी अच्छी बात है कि हमारी कंपनी जो भी कुछ होता है उसे रिपोर्ट करती है। हमने कभी हमारी कंपनी में हाइड नहीं किया जाता है, छिपाया नहीं जाता है। और साथ साथ हम लोगों ने एक और काम अच्छा किया है, जो वॉलंटरी काम हम लोग कर रहे हैं, जो हेल्थ के सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हैं कर्मचारियों के लिए, सोसाइटी के लिए जो काम कर रहे हैं हम लोग CSR के तहत, ये सब चीजों की सराहना होती है। हमारे पास अपने लेडीज एसोसिएशन है टीआरएफ कंपनी का, उनके सहयोग से कंपनी लगातार CSR का काम करती रहती है विभिन्न क्षेत्रों में। स्पोर्ट्स के क्षेत्र में अच्छा काम करते हैं लगातार। हम लोगों ने लोगों का कैपेबिलिटी बिल्डिंग प्रोग्राम डेवलपमेंट का किया है JNTBT के साथ में सपोर्ट से, और कम्प्रिहेंसिव लर्निंग डेवलपमेंट ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम हम लोगों ने कंप्लीट किया है TMDC के कोलैबोरेशन के साथ में। हम लोगों ने TRF लेबर यूनियन का इलेक्शन बहुत ही स्मूथली किया था, बहुत ही अच्छा से, और 6 लोग टीम में जीत करके आए हैं चुनाव में, बढ़िया सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं अपनी कंपनी को। हमें याद है पिछले बार हम लोग बोनस में भी बहुत ही बढ़िया माहौल में यहाँ का कंक्लूड किया था, जो कर्मचारियों के लिए, एम्प्लॉयज के लिए बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। हम लोगों ने कर्मचारी सहायता योजना स्कीम को भी रिवाइज किया है, मेडिकल पॉलिसी, ग्रुप पर्सनल एक्सीडेंटल पॉलिसी, फ्यूनरल ग्रांट टू स्ट्रेंथन द सोशल सिक्योरिटी बेनिफिट, ये सारे चीजों को इम्प्रूव हम लोग किए हैं एम्प्लॉयज के लिए। और इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ न्यू रिवाइज NOPR OPR रिक्रूटमेंट पॉलिसी भी अपनी कंपनी में हम लोगों ने रिवाइज किया है और उसको भी चेंज किया है। हमारे यहाँ एनुअल स्पोर्ट्स को भी काफी महत्व दिया जाता है, और हमने कॉलोनी में हमारे एक बहुत ही अच्छा मैदान है जहाँ TRF के एम्प्लॉयज रहते हैं, वहाँ कर्मचारी के फैमिली के लोग, उनके बच्चों के लिए हम लोग साल में हमेशा स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटी को भी ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं, जिन स्वयं मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर भी वहाँ होते हैं, और यूनियन के भी सीनियर लीडरशिप और पूरे इंटायर मैनेजमेंट की टीम वहाँ होती है, अच्छा लगता है। ओवरऑल मैं ये बता सकता हूँ चेयरपर्सन को कि ये कंपनी बहुत ही अच्छा डायरेक्शन में चल रही है, बहुत ही अच्छा यहाँ का माहौल है जो एक कंपनी को आगे बढ़ने के लिए होना चाहिए। और सबसे अच्छी चीज है कि यूनियन मैनेजमेंट के लोग यहाँ मिलकर काम करते हैं। ऑफ कोर्स चैलेंजेस तो है कंपनी के सामने, और सभी कंपनियों के सामने चैलेंजेस हैं, लेकिन हमें लग रहा है कि जिस तरह की हमारी टीम है, बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर का जो सपोर्ट मिल रहा है, और शेयर होल्डर का जो ट्रस्ट है, भरोसा है मैनेजमेंट पर, ये सभी सपोर्ट अगर हम लोग के साथ रहे तो ये कंपनी आने वाले दिनों में बहुत ही अच्छा करेगी, और लगातार कर भी रही है। आप सभी लोगों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद जो आप लोगों ने मौका दिया यूनियन को भी सुनने का। थैंक यू वेरी मच, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Pandeyji. I will now provide answers to the questions which shareholders have asked. Firstly, Mr. Saraf, Namaskar, Mr. Saraf, and आपने काफी हमें encouraging words कहे, so thank you very much for that. I think your first question was about the merger. The board of directors of the company decided not to proceed with the merger in light of the company's improved business performance, which was possible because of a lot of support from Tata Steel, as well as significant progress which the company and the management made in terms of improved debtor collections, project delivery timelines and compliance, as well as cost and asset optimization. There have been a lot of questions, I think, which you asked and a few other shareholders have also asked in terms of the strategy of the company and the performance going forward. So I would just like to clarify, because I think a lot of common questions. As shareholders who've been with the company for many years will know, the company actually struggled a lot for the 5-6 years before this, when it was essentially focused on a lot of external contracts and orders from customers. Some of these contracts were very onerous. The company found it very hard to actually collect what was due to it. There were a lot of delays, there were a lot of guarantees which were required. And the financial performance of the company actually suffered a lot. So you will see, if you go back, let's say between say 2015, 2020, you will see that the company really struggled. While revenues were there, profitability was very badly affected, and the cash position also was very badly affected. And in fact, the company went into financial distress. So there was a relook at the overall strategy of what the company wanted to do, because it is important that the company is self-sustainable, the company has stronger financial performance and can provide proper returns to shareholders. And it evaluated business opportunities, and it decided that it made a lot more sense to really focus on the business opportunities available within Tata Steel as well as the Tata Group of companies. And therefore, as you know, for the last several years, the company has really focused its attention on, really working with Tata Steel and other group companies to generate revenues. And as you can see, this has helped improve the financial performance. The company, which had accumulated losses of over 500 crores, that has been reducing every year. The cash performance also has improved, and it is also actually registered in the stock market performance, where just for shareholders, I will clarify again that over the last 5 years, the market has actually rewarded TRF with a 37% CAGR performance, which is reflecting the change in strategy and the change in the financial performance of the company. And I think this is the strategy which the company plans to continue to pursue and sees a lot of business opportunity, because Tata Steel is growing, Tata Group of companies are growing, and there is a lot of business opportunity and an opportunity to actually generate strong financial returns and in that process create shareholder value. So that is what the company plans to do. This has been deliberated and discussed and agreed, and this is what the company will pursue over the years to come as well. I know there were some comments made of, in terms of other companies which were compared to. We cannot obviously, comment on what other competitors are doing. All I would say is that the strategy which I just talked about makes more sense to us, and we are very comfortable that the company will be able to progress and deliver returns on the spaces. I will now answer some of the specific questions which are there. So coming back to you, Mr. Saraf, the capex plan of the company will be aligned with what we see as business coming in, and we will keep the shareholders posted as we progress. In terms of ESG ratings and what is the score, we have not taken any ESG ratings from the SEBI registered ESG rating provider. We will pursue it as and when it is received. आपने green bonds के बारे में भी कहा था. We have no plans to issue green bonds at the moment. We are not planning to do that currently. आपने carbon emission reduction के बारे में भी पूछा था, and what is the target for zero emissions. The operations of the company actually are non-polluting in nature, as it involves a dry manufacturing process, and hence carbon emission is not measured. You also made a few suggestions for women empowerment. Thank you for that, and we will keep trying to improve that as we go ahead. The next speaker, Mr. Manoj Kumar Gupta. Thank you for your tribute to Mr. Tata. We echo your sentiment, and we, as all of you, will continue to miss his support. You talked about reward to shareholders. I think I just talked about the kind of returns the company has given to shareholders. We are constrained in not issuing a dividend because as per the law, when you have accumulated losses, you are not allowed to declare a dividend, and therefore we are unable to do so. You had a question in terms of reducing the expenses. We continue to work towards that, and the management is very focused on improving its productivity and improving its costs. And we will keep seeing the results of that over the years to come. In terms of order book, we will not be able to comment on the specifics. As Tata Group, we actually don't give guidance, and I think many shareholders have asked in terms of revenues, margins, EBITDA, etc. As Tata Group, we do not give guidance on any of these numbers, so we will not be doing that. But just to give you a sense of the order book, we are delivering projects and services not only to Tata Steel Jamshedpur, but also to several raw material locations across Tata Steel, as well as in Kalinganagar and in the metallics division in the bulk material handling space. And we are also in discussions with Tata Power, Tata Chemicals, Tata Motors, etc., for more business opportunities. I think the company is seeing a good response, and we are hopeful that some of this business will fructify. How many projects? You asked a question about the live projects today. We have completed the performance guarantee test for one major project at BHEL in North Karanpura. And 4 key projects have been completed, which the MD talked about, one at Vizag Steel Plant, one at NTPC, and 2 for BHEL. We've also made significant progress on several other ongoing projects. There was a question, I think, from you as well as from a few other shareholders in terms of acquiring companies which are stuck in NCLT. We are not considering any such plans for now. The next speaker, Mr. Kamal Kishore Jhawar from Hyderabad. Thank you for your kind words and your comments on the group as well. आपने काफी questions पूछे थे in terms of the future performance in terms of revenues, turnover, etc. As I mentioned, we will not be able to comment because we, as a policy, we do not give guidance on the future. आपने डिविडेंड के बारे में भी पूछा था, जैसे मैंने अभी बताया कि regulations के हिसाब से हमारा as long as we have accumulated losses, we are constrained और हम dividend issue नहीं कर सकते, so we are not able to do that. And we are continuing to work on making sure that the company is able to develop a sustained business and performance, which will help us in terms of improving the performance going forward, as well as cash flows. Mr. Keshav Garg, I think you had a lot of questions, and we will try and answer as many as we can. I think many of your questions in terms of the future outlook of the company, in terms of profits, margins, etc., I've already talked about. We do not give guidance. We also had questions about Elcon, which I have explained, and also in terms of why we have very deliberately, after a lot of consideration, decided to focus on business opportunities within Tata Steel and the Tata Group. So I will not, so I think those questions have been addressed. You had a question in terms of how many shifts we are currently running our plants. We run it on 2 or 3 shifts based on the load factor. When will the company be a tax-paying and dividend-paying company? When we are able to wipe out all our accumulated losses, and we continue to work towards that. You had some questions on the NCPRS, which we have issued. NCPRS, the full form is non-cumulative redeemable preference shares. They are actually issued in 4 tranches over the last several years, and the total amount is 514. The interest rate for each of the tranches varies, but the range is between 11.25% to 12.5%. And the tenor for which they were issued was between 10 to 20 years, out of which some years have passed. So the residual tenor is between 10 to 14 years for these instruments. The way they are structured is it's non-cumulative, so there is no, so it gets redeemed over either at the end of the tenor, or the company can redeem it in certain installments over the course of the period. There was a question about why the rental income has declined. This was due to change in contractual terms. As in any business, these are negotiated discussions, and this was what was negotiated. Unserved long-term contracts, you had a question on that. These are contracts which have been agreed for a long time, but have not been fulfilled or fulfilled partially. All these projects, which are really legacy projects, are now on the verge of completion. And when the contract gets converted, the unserved portion, which is registered, decreases. And that is why, as these projects are getting completed, the amount is reducing, which was 75 crores last year, it's come down to 61 crores. So that is good. That shows that we are able to actually then collect it. Is MAT applicable? No, MAT is not applicable, as the company has shifted to the new tax regime. The next had questions from Mr. Saurabh Kumar. Again, I think a lot of the questions have been answered. You had a question on the debt strategy. The company has already repaid its debt, and the promoter, as in Tata Steel, had infused 514 crores in the form of NCRPS, as I just talked about. The company is focused on closing its legacy projects so that it can collect the receivables which are due to it. It is also focused on liquidating inventories and optimizing costs, which will help it strengthen its financial position and redeem the NCPRS when they are due. The company is also expecting to meet its funding requirements from internal accruals, so does not expect to raise any further debt. You had a question on the vision of the company for the next 3 to 5 years, which I've already answered. The next question was from Mr. Chopra from Delhi. Thank you for being a shareholder of TRF for many years. We note your concern. I think this was a concern for us as well as the board, and that is why we have embarked on a different strategy, which, as you can see in the performance of the company, has started yielding results, and we are looking forward to doing that. I talked about the change in strategy, so I will not repeat the same thing. You had a question whether we are making any efforts to get any contracts from foreign entities. We are not looking to do that. And in terms of closure of the existing contracts, we've already talked about the contracts which we have closed, 4 in this year, and we have completed the performance guarantee test for Bhel North Karankura project as well. We are looking to complete the remaining scope of work, hopefully during this current financial year, which will again help us in collecting some of our receivables. And thank you for your best wishes and the prayers for the positivity of the team. I think that's very important, and we are thankful for your wishes. Mr. Manu Kumar Das. Sorry, I think there was a question from Mr. Chopra before that also on the stock prices. We really cannot comment on what happens in the stock market. I think stock markets move for multiple reasons, so that's really beyond our control. Mr. Manu Kumar Das, I think you had a few questions on the whistleblower and POSH complaints received during the year. The company received 9 whistleblower concerns in the year. The ethics committee examines all these cases and takes appropriate action as per process. As I speak, 7 cases have been investigated and closed, while 2 are currently under investigation. All ethical issues are investigated and analyzed, and an appropriate corrective and preventive measures are undertaken. Every quarter, just to share with you, the Chief of Ethics places an overall report on the ethical matters to the audit committee where they are discussed as well. The company has not received any POSH complaint during this financial year. You had a question on what is being done to protect IT systems from misuse or deliberate attacks. The company has moved its critical ERP servers into the cloud with disaster recovery systems. It has upgraded its firewall and internet bandwidth and antivirus system, and also installed data leakage prevention systems. The endpoint devices have been upgraded, and investments are also being made to upgrade network devices to achieve higher performance and prevent cyber attacks. These systems are monitored regularly so that any cyber attack can be detected and established protocol triggered to contain the issue. You had a question on whether TRF has a work from home policy and if employees are working from home currently. Post-COVID, the work from home policy has been withdrawn and all employees are working from the office. How much diversity and inclusion is present? We currently have a workforce which has about 5% women employees. And we are an equal opportunity employer and actively encourage the onboarding of women. We've also set up a dedicated Women Connect forum to address any women-specific concerns. And obviously, there is a POSH committee to ensure a safe and respectful work environment for all. The next speaker was So we'll come back to you, Mr. Chandra. I think Ms. Dev, you had a question on the bank guarantee exposure of the company and when will these BGs be realized? Our exposure as of March 2025 in terms of BG is around 40 crores. We have been able to reduce the BG exposure by 35% over the last year, and it's continuously engaged with customers to further reduce the BG exposure. You had a question that why has the EBITDA and profitability come down compared to 2 financial years for the last financial years. So I would just like to clarify that the last couple of years, there were some one-time benefits which were in the write back of liabilities and a reversal of some impairment which had been taken earlier. So the underlying profitability actually has not come down, but because of these one-time benefits which were recorded in previous years, it appears as if it has come down, but the underlying profitability is very much in line, and the company continues to look at driving this and making sure that the future performance continues to be sustainable. You had asked about the total number of permanent employees. We have 422 permanent employees, and we had spent about 20 lakhs during the year. We continue to engage in terms of various activities to drive employee motivation and engagement. You also made a comment that the employee cost was down and you wanted to understand the reasons for that. This is mainly because the number of FTC employees came down during the year. Mr. Chandra, you had asked about, I think, the performance for the full year. As I mentioned, we don't give guidance, so we'll not be able to comment on that. In terms of debt, there is really no external debt, but there is about 115 crores of net debt from the company in terms of, from the promoter company in terms of preference shares. The RPT value with Tata Steel was 164 crores for the year, and there are no significant audit observations by the external or the internal auditor of the company. The next question, I think next speaker was Mr. Cholera. And I think as you, a lot of the questions have already answered. So I won't repeat them. And I would just say again that it is our strategy based on our experience with external customers that we have decided again to refocus on business opportunities within Tata Steel and the Tata Group company. Mr. Agarwal, we couldn't hear you very well, but I think you were asking about the cost of the annual report. I think the cost is approximately 830 rupees, the printing cost of the annual report, and we've incurred a total cost of about 1 lakh on the various copies that have been printed. Mr. Singh, I think you asked about the order book status. As I mentioned, we don't give guidance, so we won't be able to give you any specific comments. And in terms of the status of old projects, I think we've already answered that, so I won't repeat it. I think with that, we have answered all the questions. Thank you again, shareholders, for all your questions, and I hope you are able to understand the performance of the company better. The session is over, so I will now authorize Mr. Prasoon Banerjee, Company Secretary, to conduct the voting procedure and conclude the meeting. The remote e-voting facilities will remain open for the next 15 minutes to enable shareholders to cast their vote. The results will be announced within 2 working days from the conclusion of this meeting, and the same will be intimated to the BSE and the NSE and also uploaded on the website of the company and NSDL. I thank all the shareholders for attending the meeting and their continued support. I also thank the directors for joining the meeting remotely. And with your consent, the other board members and I would like to leave the meeting. Do stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
The e-voting was kept open for 15 minutes as had been announced by the chairperson. We now close the e-voting process. I confirm that the requisite quorum was present throughout the meeting. The result of the annual general meeting will be announced on or before July 12, 2025. With this, I declare the meeting closed. Thank you.